Happy Devils Wednesday. This is the Woo Report. The Woo Report. Coming to you live from an undisclosed location where I'm playing hooky right now. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. Oh, what a day today. Yesterday and today, Timo time for the next 8 years for your New Jersey Devils as Tom Fitzgerald gets it done. Tom Fitzgerald, Devils GM, signing Timo Meier to 8 years, 8.8 million AAV. Wow. What a deal for the New Jersey Devils and the franchise as Tom Fitzgerald is building a dynasty. I'm your host, Sam Wu. Wow, I had to break out. In full disclosure, I could probably get in trouble at work right now because I was in the middle of an audit and I said, I need to take a nap. Had a hard day. I'll be back in a half an hour. So this is going to be a short Woo Report. Just remember, at 7 p.m. Eastern tonight, we will be at Pasta Grill by Enzo's in beautiful Hackettstown, New Jersey, 1916 Route 57 for our draft party. Yes, so far the Devils don't have a draft pick yet, but we will have our draft party, 7 p.m. Eastern start. Also 8 to 9 p.m. during the draft party. Nick Villano of pucksandpitchforks.com will be on live to talk about what has transpired in the last 48 hours for your New Jersey Devils. But Timo Meier, now I will be the first to admit, we need to get this straight about Sam Wu hates Timo Meier. Sam Wu doesn't hate Timo Meier. Sam Wu was concerned that there was no Fitz magic to be made about signing him long-term at a reasonable cap hit. That's what I'm guilty of. I'm guilty of questioning the greatest GM in the NHL right now, named Tom Fitzgerald. Fitzy getting it done. It is a reasonable contract for a caliber player like Timo Meier. My concern was they were going to give up too much. And it was going to be a very expensive rental because he had a $10 million qualifying offer on the table for this upcoming season. But the Devils showed him something. Jack Hughes, Nico Hischier, the Pillars, Jesper Bratt, Tom Fitzgerald spending money. Got to give David Blitzer and Joshua Harris some credit on this one. They're spending money right now. They're retaining players. And I will say that it is going to be a wonderful 8 years. 8 years, $8.8 million. Claude Lemieux, former New Jersey Devil, two-time Stanley Cup champion with the Devils, amongst other places, but with the Devils. Getting it done. Absolutely getting it done. Max says Sam Wu was concerned with the future being mortgaged. It wasn't. I was wrong. Not many podcasters will admit that they were wrong. But I don't hate Timo Meier. I don't know where these people on Twitter get that. But whatever. Some people are saying on the YouTube Live, can't afford Quinn. Maybe not. But maybe down the line. Believe in Fitzy. Fitz magic. Tom Fitzgerald. Does he have enough in him to fleece the Vancouver Canucks? I believe he does. I will never question Tom Fitzgerald right now. I will never question him. The guy knows what he's doing. I mean, honestly, with the the only thing we can really, as Devils fans, harp on Tom Fitzgerald, look what has he done I think maybe one of the first moves that Tom Fitzgerald made that Devils fans were not happy about was when he traded Blake Coleman, fan favorite, Pickles, to the Tampa Bay Lightning. The assets that came back, Nolan Foote, a first rounder via Vancouver Canucks through Tampa Bay Lightning. That first round pick became Shakir Muhammadulin. How you doing? Now shipped off to the San Jose Sharks, which I don't have to lose sleep at night. Will we ever see Shakir Muhammadulin in a Devils uniform? Because the asset we got back, the Devils got back, was Timo Meier, along with Fabian Zetterlund and amongst others, and, Andre Johnson, also known as Andreas Johnson to some, or Janssen. But now that Timo Meier is signed for 8 years, the Devils get an elite power forward. And with the trade yesterday, the trade heard around the world yesterday, Toffoli, Tyler Toffoli, the Devils have that elite depth on the top six. And I know I don't want to spoil it right now because I know Nick Villano of pucksandpitchforks.com is going to talk about it tonight between 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern as we do a 3-hour draft day party podcast with the guys at Hockey on Tap. We're going to have a vegan menu for little Steve. We're going to have beers for all of us, drafts, and a good time at Enzo's at 1916 Route 57 in beautiful Hackettstown, New Jersey, in the heart of Warren County. But I'll tell you, I am so happy right now, and you should be happy, that Tom Fitzgerald is legitimately building a dynasty. And this, because of the age and because of the potential and because of the 10 years of suffering, this dynasty, if Tom Fitzgerald plays his cards right, and he is Tom Fitzgerald for the next decade, this team could be a perennial Stanley Cup contender for the next 20 years. Mark my words, potentially. And you talk about dynasties, the Oilers dynasty. You can even say as recent as the Red Wings and maybe the Penguins dynasty. Chicago Blackhawks. I think the Devils are going to win back-to-back cups somewhere down the line. I predicted 2025, but I think it may happen sooner rather than later because having Toffoli in the lineup puts really potentially Palat and Mercer down on the third line. Well, let me tell you something. Remember a few years ago, everybody was harping Fitzy or Ray Sher to sign and trade or trade for Tarasenko. Remember those days? Remember those days of just wanting that St. Louis Blue in the lineup for the New Jersey Devils, Tarasenko, who eventually was traded to the New York Rangers? And we all talked about having that winger, a sniper, thinking maybe Alexander Holtz, but you never know where Alexander Holtz may place on the team. You never know. 7th overall pick in the 2020 draft, Alexander Holtz. But think about this, folks. When I say in the scene in Tommy Boy, when they were at this restaurant, Chris Farley, also known as Tommy Callahan, when Tommy want wingies, that's like Tom Fitzgerald. Tommy want wingies. He came out with Toffoli and Timo Meier back-to-back days. This is just unbelievable. Jack Hughes and Nico Hischier will have the support, the sniper, a power forward in Meier. You're getting Jesper Bratt type numbers out of Toffoli in the top 6. This team is literally could be unstoppable. The offense could be just so overwhelming, which will ease the growing pains of the defense when you have rookie Luke Hughes and Simon Nemec. Think about it, folks. Think about it. It could be a tremendous step forward for the New Jersey Devils franchise. And we're not even at Free Agent Frenzy 2023 yet on July 1st when it's a happy Canada Day, the birth of Nations Week, where all the good deals are done in the NHL. I see all the hearts. I see all the smiley faces in the YouTube live. I love it. I love it. I love it. Need a D-man, says Morgan Williams. Hamilton, Siegenthaler, Hughes, Marino, Ball, Nemec, Smith. We have 7 D-man already, and you think about Ethan Edwards and Seamus Casey. Seamus Casey's still in college, getting another year. Morgan Williams says Luke's going to beat Bedard out for the Calder. Love the spirit, Morgan, but I have news for you. Even though if Luke Hughes outplays Connor Bedard, there's a media hate for the New Jersey Devils. Case in point, 2023 NHL award ceremony. All 3 nominations that were New Jersey Devils were snubbed, unfortunately. But this is a dynasty in the making. You've earned it, New Jersey Devils fans. You've earned it because 10 years of suffering. The butt pucks. Losing the game in the last second. Bad goaltending. 7, 8, 9 goaltenders in one season. Those days are behind us. We will be laughing at those days as, remember Bobby Farnham, who was our best player on the team? Yeah. Nothing against Bobby Farnham, but that's not exactly a household name that gets you going. So we'll be back 7 p.m. Eastern tonight. Hopefully I could get the rig going at Enzo's, Pasta Grill by Enzo's in beautiful Hackettstown, New Jersey. Hot Fits summer in full swing, says Dave Singer. Tom Fitzgerald's getting it done. How lucky are we? How lucky are we, New Jersey Devils fans, that we have Tom Fitzgerald as our GM? I was sad when Lou left. I'll admit it. I'm still a Lou loyalist. I love you, Uncle Lou. I love what you did, but I kind of like what Fitzy's doing right now. I mean, this is going to be a stacked team. Enjoy it. Remember all those other opposing team fans that came into the Prudential Center trash talking? No. Devils fans, like last season, we're going to hit the road, and we are going to be obnoxious. We are going to be in your face. We don't care what you think because we're going to take over your city and beat you in your own building. We're going to have to arrange that road trip to the Mullet and out in Vegas, T-Mobile Arena, for a back-to-back road trip. It's a back-to-back games on a road trip out west, which will be phenomenal. It'll be Scotty's birthday as well. We got to figure that out. It's New Jersey Devils fans against the world. Incredible. Hello, Ramona Rice says, let's go Devils. We'll be back tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern at Enzo's. We'll be there live, hanging out. I'm going to have the Bolognese, because the Bolognese, every time the Devils have the Bolognese, they win at Enzo's. Want to thank all those tuning in. As I'm playing hooky right now, I still can get in trouble. But I'm Sam Wu. I don't get in trouble. I just talk my way out of it. If you don't believe me, ask Mrs. Wu. She knows all about the BSing I do around the house to get out of chores, to get out of anything. She's probably listening to this right now at work and, what are you doing? Shouldn't you be working? But how can you work under the circumstances in this environment when Timo Meier signed for 8 years for $8.8 million? A lot of money, a lot of moolah. But boy, it makes it a little bit easier writing that check to the New Jersey Devils for season tickets, for Devils members, is what they say. Knowing that there's a quality product on the ice for the next 8 years. Jack Hughes locked up for 7 years. Nico locked up multiple years. Dougie Hamilton as well. And the goalie situation, I believe in Akira Schmid. I do. I even believe in Vitek Vanacek. But anyway, I want to thank all those tuning in to this podcast, dropping the podcast in about 20 minutes for your afternoon commute. Come on by Route 57, beautiful Hackettstown, New Jersey, at Pasta Grill by Enzo's. I'll be there, be square. Hope to see you there. Just hang out with us. It'll be a good time. Alrighty. Gonna cue myself out of here. Keep it here, keep it real, here on the Let's Go Devils podcast for any breaking news, stories, all that kind of stuff. But just remember, 7 p.m. Eastern tonight, the NHL draft at Pasta Grill by Enzo's in beautiful Hackettstown, New Jersey. 8 to 9 p.m., we're going to have an abbreviated, somewhat state of the fan address in between to talk about the last 48 hours that has changed the franchise into a potential dynasty, or at least a Stanley Cup contender, with Nick Villano, pucksandpitchforks.com. Also, Scotty of SiriusXM Liquid Metal and Vinny Parisi at pucksandpitchforks.com will be tuning in, chiming in as well while we're at Pasta Grill by Enzo's. I'll see you later. Till next time, this is the Woo Report. Let's go Devils.